Today on Styrene Modeler's Haven, is this the Exhaustive video on exhaust stains? Let's find out. Clear prop! For me, doing exhaust stains on a model is more than just a weathering technique. Depending on the application of the exhaust stains and the colors used, you can start to tell a story about where this aircraft has been. Has this aircraft seen a lot of action? Does the crew have time to keep the aircraft clean, or are they going from mission to mission with no time in between? Before applying the exhaust stains on the model, the first thing you want to do is look up some reference photos of the real aircraft to get an idea of how the exhausts stained the wings in flight. I prefer to do exhaust stains with an airbrush, though you can do it with weathering powders. You want to use an airbrush that you're familiar with, can operate at low pressures, and can do fine detail work. If you're new to airbrushes and want to learn more about the basics on how to get the right airbrush for your needs, check out this other video I made. I put a link in the description. If this is your first time attempting exhaust stains, or if you just want to keep things simple, you want to use Tamiya Smoke thinned about 50%. Tamiya Smoke applied at a low pressure, usually under 10 psi, will allow you to gradually build up the layers until you get to a point that you're happy with, like I'm doing on this B-17. Slow, steady, gradual is key. Practice on a junk model to get a hang of it. Pass over pass, the effect will start to build up, but because Tamiya Smoke is transparent, it allows the paint underneath to show through, creating a realistic exhaust effect. Tamiya Smoke does dry glossy, so the only thing you have to do after applying the exhaust stains is to put on a clear matte coat to dull it down. And just like that, with that one color, you can apply a pretty convincing exhaust stain. This same technique was applied to this JU-88, and as you can see, it leaves a nice sooty exhaust stain. If you're ready to up your game on your exhaust stains, let's do two colors mixed together. Using a dark brown and mixing it with black to create an even darker brown, we apply this on this Japanese aircraft using the same airbrush techniques we did on the previous model to create an exhaust effect that looks like there's a little bit of oil mixed into it, so it has a brownish, sooty, oily color. Alright, so we've done single color exhaust stains, dual color exhaust stains. What about three colors? With this BF-110, I wanted to make the exhaust stains a little bit more complex and make it look like there was a heavy lead content in the fuel, changing the color of the exhaust stain from a charcoal black to something more of a mixture of gray and black. Instead of mixing the colors together like we did on the previous model, here we're going to layer the colors on top of each other. Much like the first exhaust stain where we used one color, here we're going to apply it in the same manner, one color at a time. We start by applying the medium gray color to create the blended effect, what will eventually become the charcoal black color and the lighter gray color. Now using Tamiya Smoke, we apply a wider band over the gray, allowing some of that first gray color to peek through. Finally, we use a light gray color applied down the center of the exhaust stain in a narrow band to simulate the heavily leaded paint. And since we were using both flat and gloss finishes, we need to even everything out with a matte finish. And there we have it. By applying the techniques we did on the previous models and mixing up different colors of paint, we can now create or tell a story about this model just by the exhaust stains. I hope this video has not only shown you how to do exhaust stains on your next model build, but also that you can tell a story or convey an emotion simply in the type of weathering that you apply. I'd love to hear how you have used this weathering technique or other techniques in your model builds to convey a story. Drop a comment and let me know. Hey, and while you're at it, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. Did you like some of the products that you saw in this video? And would you like to support me at the same time? Well, click one of the links in the description below and I'll get paid a small commission from any of the purchases that you make at no cost to you. Thank you. I've got an ever-growing library of videos of tips and tricks, builds, techniques, and reviews. Make sure to check out my other videos. And thanks for watching.